We are back to the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm GoLocal Live correspondent Chelsea Gay, here with Jaime Sweeney from Pure Barre, Cranston. Jaime, thanks so much for coming on with us today. We're going to talk a little bit about staying fit this winter because it's really hard to do when it's so cold to go and do anything outside of your house. So
Definitely.
So let's talk a little bit about you and how you get started with Pure Barre, kind of what drew you to it and how you got involved in the studio.
Yeah, so my background is a little bit different in terms of getting into fitness. I actually went to Boston College. I majored in economics, minored in philosophy, so definitely a different path than what I thought I was going to take, but turned down an MBA program that I had a scholarship to because I fell in love with Pure Barre and the technique.
Powerful.
Yes.
So did you take a class here or did you take a class somewhere else and then decide?
So it was we were the first Pure Barre studio and first barre studio in the state of Rhode Island. Okay. So I actually took class at Pure Barre Newton, which is near Chestnut Hill.
Okay.
And
took it, fell in love with it, said, I got to bring this to Rhode Island.
Yes, I mean, I took it a few more times than just once before I decided to invest in it.
To invest in it fully.
Yes, but it was actually my mom, Leslie, who dragged me to my first class.
Great.
I don't want to say kicking and screaming, but similar.
Moms do that. They're always right, too.
They do. And
you hate it.
She did a lot better than I did that class, which motivated me even more to go back.
There you go. And so you guys have been open now in Cranston for 6 years, right? Just celebrated 6 years?
Just about, and 5 years at our East Greenwich location.
Awesome. Okay. And so tell us a little bit for people who don't know what Pure Barre is, because obviously some people might think it's like a dance studio or something based on the name, or an actual bar. I wonder how many people you get going in.
First year I had a lot of people try to sell me wholesale liquor.
Oh my, that's funny. So tell us a little bit about what it is and the different offerings for classes at Pure Barre.
Yeah, for sure. So we actually just launched our third class, which kind of completes our cross-training under one roof. We have our classic bar class, small isometric movements. We work to get specific muscle groups to exhaustion. So you'll often hear in Pure Barre, find your shake, because your muscles are actually shaking at the point of exhaustion, which is when the change happens. We then stretch you out so you get a long, lean, lengthened muscle without the bulk. We also offer our cardio-centric class called Pure Empower. It's 45 minutes, even more fast-paced than the classic Pure Barre class, but it goes by really fast, keeps your heart rate up throughout, definitely going to sweat a bit more in that one. And then to round that all out under the same roof, we just launched our Pure Reform class, which is our resistance-based strength training class.
Okay, so all the classes do actually involve a bar.
They do all involve a bar, yes.
Okay, which for people who might not know what that is, it's like
so just like a ballet bar, but it is not ballet, so you should not be intimidated if you never danced.
You don't have to wear ballet shoes.
I myself never danced, so definitely.
Yeah. And so speaking of that, what do you have to wear shoes or no shoes, or how does
it is socks required.
Okay.
We require leggings that are capri length or longer to keep everything warm, covered up. Some of the tubing you would not want to have around you with shorts.
Yeah.
As well as any shirt is fine.
So you said isometric workouts. Is that just the repetitive motion that you were discussing?
So repetitive motion, there are a bunch of different movements that you do throughout class. I'd say mostly small range.
Okay. And so walk us through, it's like a 50-minute class. You start out, what are you doing? Is it stretching in between?
We'll go into classic since there are so many different scenarios now. Classic is 55 minutes. You start with a high intensity warm up. A lot of people think that's one of the most challenging parts of class. So of course when your instructor is saying 10 more and then you're out of your warm up, you may want to run for the doors. But stick it out. It is supposed to be one of the most challenging pieces of class. It gets your body ready for the next 40 minutes that are about to come. After that, we'll stretch the upper body, then move into thigh work. We'll do 3 series of thighs, have a stretch after that. Once you're done with the thigh stretch, you'll move into seat. So that's one of the largest sections of class, which makes sense because your seat, which in Pure Barre we call your behind your seat, one of the largest muscles in the body, so it takes a longer time to exhaust. After that, of course, we stretch again to get the lengthened muscle as opposed to bulky. And then we move into a series of about 4 different core works to work with the abdominal wall.
And do you know how Pure Barre started? Was it started by someone that was a dancer originally?
It was started by Carrie Dorr. She was a dancer originally. She was actually a lawyer as well, and she was finding that her career was not as fulfilling, so she started Pure Barre.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so obviously there's a lot of different options for fitness in Rhode Island, different classes you can take, different places you can go. What do you think makes Pure Barre different than, the other competition out there?
So much, but I'll focus on a few things. I would say that the community aspect of it is huge. It's more than just a workout studio. You're bringing groups of women together that otherwise probably would not meet in the real world. Aside from that, getting into the technicality of the workout, our teachers are so well trained. The training process is grueling. It takes around 2 to 3 months to get a new teacher trained in the Pure Barre method.
So you have to get certified for this?
Yes, you get certified. There are recertifications throughout.
Okay.
You have to teach a class that will be reviewed by the corporate training team. It's a very difficult process, but ensures everyone has a safe, effective workout.
And tell us about are there like particular amenities that you guys have? Is there showers? Is there childcare? Things like that. Anything people should know?
We do not offer showers or childcare.
That's okay. I just want to let the people know.
Yes, we like to say it is I guess now it's 45 to 55 minutes, depending on what class you choose, to come in, leave everything else behind, including your children.
Yes, leave them behind.
Come in the door, get your workout in, and then scoot out.
Well, it's true. If they're there, you do still worry about them in the next room. It's like you can't really totally let go.
100%. Love kids, but the insurance is killer.
The insurance is killer. So you guys have you have one event coming up tomorrow.
We do, yes.
And that does make you kind of different too. You guys do quarterly events, which is pretty cool, outside of the studio. So talk to us about October. October, am I saying it right?
So Oktoberfest 2.0.
Oh, it's on your back. There it is.
This is our second one that we're doing at the Guild in Pawtucket. We are maxed out at just about 120 people.
Cool. So you can't go, but we're going to talk about how cool it is anyway.
You cannot go. You can put yourself on the wait list and hope that 20 people cancel out. So we start off at the Guild with about a 45-minute class. Of course, there's no bar. Well, a beer bar.
A barless class. Yeah. Do you use the actual bar to balance on?
It's a bona fide class. You'll still get a great workout in.
Awesome.
And then after that, it is fully catered by Easy Entertaining, which is a local company owned by Kate Roberts. She's great.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
Amazing food. So after, you'll have bites and beer.
Awesome. And so this is one of your quarterly events. You'll be doing another one in January, but can you tell us about some of the past events you guys have done and the experiences you've had with those?
Yeah, so we've done a lot at different breweries throughout the state. We're actually looking for one that can house even more people for our next one because the demand was so extreme.
Got it.
For this current class. We also do in-studio donation-based classes for different charities in the area. So we're always looking to partner with local people in the community, local charities to help.
So you guys like beer better than wine then? You're looking for breweries.
Personally, I love wine, but the only vineyards are in Newport, and that's a little far.
That's true. Actually, I think there's a couple new ones that are like more in northern Rhode Island, but still, I've done a wine and yoga class, so I think the yogas have the wine covered. So you guys have to do the beer.
If we had like a Camus beer,
Ooh, that would be lovely. Yes, I'm sure that would be packed full.
She's actually Pure Barre owner, one of
Really?
owners of the vineyard.
I didn't know that. Oh my God.
Big community.
So it kind of seems intimidating, I'm going to be honest, Pure Barre, because you're right, it makes you feel like maybe you have to have some dance ability and maybe it's going to involve dancing in some way. So what do you say to those people that are a little bit intimidated by something like Pure Barre to get them out to try
Well, I'd say anything that you haven't done before is probably intimidating because you have so many preconceived notions about what it's going to entail. Just strip all of those away, show up and take a class and see what it actually is about.
And it's all fitness levels, or if you're like a beginner, is there a certain class you should take as a beginner?
The great thing is that you could have, and we've had Olympic athletes, you could have an Olympic athlete in the corner, and then you could have Susan. Susan is my go-to name for clients that I always use. It's not an actual person.
You're going to have someone named Susan sign up now.
82.
Yeah.
And everyone's working at their own level.
Okay.
So it's a
Susan,
class that's
sign
mixed.
up.
Yes.
Yeah, sign up, Susan. She needs a Susan to talk to.
Susan.
And so 2 locations. I know of the one that's in Chapel View, but where's the East Greenwich location?
So the East Greenwich location is in the Dave's Marketplace Plaza.
Oh,
right off
okay.
Division.
Okay, yeah, familiar with
We
that.
are actually opening up a 3rd location in Lincoln Mall.
Oh, wow, that's very exciting. Congratulations. When is that opening up?
That is to be determined. We still have to build it out.
Okay, so you can't go there yet to do anything.
The house, I will give no estimations on construction.
You should make the workout people go to build the studio.
Yeah,
that would be a great.
All of my teachers do it for
That
me.
would be a great studio. That would be a great studio workout. And so how to sign up and find out about classes, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, so you can go either online or through the app. The app is just called Pure Barre. Online it is purebarre.com. And again, just make sure you Google that. A lot of people spell Pure Barre wrong.
Yeah.
You can select your location. It will ask you to input a zip code, and then you'll be able to find our class schedule online.
Do you use like the MindBody app or anything like that?
So
okay.
purebarre.com would connect you right to MindBody.
Okay, and what's the general cost of Pure Barre?
So a single session is $23. That is the most expensive way to do it. For new clients who have never been to our studio locations, we do offer an intro month that is $99.
Okay. So you can go on the website, sign up there, intro month, and then from there there's monthly
There's
things worked
monthly,
out.
yes. I'd say most people end up jumping into a 12-month auto pay.
Okay. And now Pure Barre is a different type of fitness than, say, going to the gym or doing something like spinning. And so what are the benefits to this type of exercise?
So endless benefits, I would say. But how low impact it is while still being incredibly challenging and effective. You're not going to have as much stress on the joints as you would have in other types of workouts.
Okay. And, is this something that men are doing as well as women? I know we kind of talked about this ahead of time, but.
Yeah, so it is definitely predominantly women, but we would love to get more men into the studio, especially golfers. If you want those extra 10 to 20 yards on your swing, we suggest.
Hey, there you go.
2 times a week.
Oh, that's pretty great. You should do an event at a
golf course.
Yeah. Pure Barre golf. I don't know. Or do the beer event. I mean, that's a cool thing to do.
Yes, we do get a handful of men for that. So.
Oh, that's great. Well, that's awesome. And I'm glad you came on to chat about how to stay fit this winter because it is super important. And we hope you guys check out the Pure Barre website and take a class, especially our male viewers. Just try it out. Why not?
I'd say don't think about it. Just show up and do it because once you're there, you're going to be happy about it.
Stretches you right out, and you'll golf better.
You'll just be better at everything.
And you're not dancing, which is great. And it's not a bar. Those are the key things we learned.
Yes.
I'm going to put that in. Not a bar.
There'll
Get
be
stretched
a lot
out.
of events that include alcohol. So.
Well, there you go. You have it, guys. A lot of events that include alcohol. It's a good workout. It's local. Now it's going to have 3 locations. So check it out. And can you go between them? That was another question.
You can go between them, yes.
Okay, cool. So wherever you are, you can find a
lots of
location
classes to choose from.
for Pure Barre. So Jaime, thank you so much for joining us today to talk about how to stay fit this winter. I hope the event is a great success.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
we'll have you on to talk about the January event, whatever we decide that to be. Stay tuned, guys. We're going to talk all things winter fashion with our resident guest, Jim Fortier from Blueprint 5, coming up next.